up everything in the house now. Shoot, next thing I have to do now is get out here and fumbling around in the garage. See what I can come up with next.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, let's go back. Wait a minute. Okay. He's dusting an empty.
Yeah, I done clean up everything in the house now. Shoot, next thing I have to
Empty.
do now is get out here and fumbling around in the garage.
One more time, y'all. One more time. I'm sorry. This is just fascinating to me. How he's in these empty properties trying to make it seem like this is his house. Like where he actually lives. Okay, look. Nothing. No pictures. Nothing. No, nothing. Just house. Look at how empty this garage is about to be. He pulled a car up in there.
Continue motivating people. You can do anything you want to do. People that take all the time to figure some things out to do better. I'm going to be okay. I believe in God. I know you do too. Continue blessing others. You get yours as well.
So hello everyone and welcome to Kelly's Wordy Reactions. First I want to start out by thanking everyone who has been checking out the content. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks for everyone who has watched the video and come back. Just want to really let you know that I appreciate you. So if you have not subscribed already, please just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And also like the video as you come in. That just, it's just like a little bit of support, kind of like tipping your waitress because they don't really get paid if you don't tip them. So that would really just be great. That helps to push the video out to other people that would maybe not otherwise see the content, and just give us YouTubers an opportunity to get the most viewership to our content. So I'd really appreciate it if you do that. Also, while you're here, feel free to make comments. Feel free to share the video. And once again, just thank you so much. So the reason why I'd love to do like a real video, but I'm having real storage issues with my phone. And I do have an iPad, but for whatever reason, I cannot find the charger cord. It's a little bit different of a charger cord than the phone charger. So I should be up and running doing the, regular video content as soon as possible. But for right now, I'm just going to do this kind of sort of like voice recorded content, and I'll throw up some pictures with the video. So please bear with me on that. All right. So we're going to get into this call. This is the call from November 2022. I apologize so much. On the last video, I said it was October 2023. The previous video to this one, that phone calls from prison, YouTube channel, their content for their last video prior to this one was from October 2022. Now, this phone call between Ernesto and Shirley Strawberry, or Ernest Williams and Shirley Strawberry, this phone call was recorded in November of 2022. And so I am going to be just listening a little bit and giving you some, I'm just going to kind of listen to everything, but I'm going to mostly chime in when I hear something. This video is almost 54 minutes long. So just for the sake of time and getting it condensed down to a reasonable listening time. I'm really just going to talk about what I hear that is interesting to me, or is a problem, or is when I see the manipulation tactics coming in. As I was trying to do a real video, I got to this portion where I think I'm going to pick up, where Ernest is telling Shirley that everyone who is arrested, whatever county you're arrested in, they ban you from coming back to that county if you happen to get out on what is it called? On bond. And I'm just laughing because now I don't live in Atlanta, but I'm just thinking to myself, I can't be positive what their laws are in Atlanta, but I'm really, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I'm like 150% sure that everybody who gets out on bond is not banned from the county where they have the charge, because that would mean you would be displacing all of the people who are charged with anything, because you're essentially telling them that they potentially couldn't go back to their home. So where are they going to reside if they're not going to get out on bond and go home? I'm like, and the fact that he was able to tell her this and she did not give him a strong rebuttal. She did not say, you know what, I'm going to call about that tomorrow. Like, she just lets him tell her anything. And I don't know why. I don't know if this is because of her age. I don't know if this is because she just doesn't really, her strength is not calling and checking into things. Or maybe what I notice about celebrity is that celebrity puts people in a sort of a prison. And I've seen so many celebrities that I feel like they passed away. Excuse me. And quite possibly they didn't necessarily have to pass away, but for their celebrity, they let that celebrity status put them in a type of a prison. And they were in there needing to get out, needing to be able to operate like regular folk. But they could not operate like regular folks, and they would not operate like regular folks because they're thinking about who they are and what people are going to say if they see them, if they have to come in contact with people doing regular people things, going to the hospital, okay? Staying in the hospital. Kanye West mom, Donda, essentially, from my understanding, passed away because she did not want to stay in the hospital. Why did she not want to stay in the hospital? From what I understand, she didn't want to stay in the hospital based upon celebrity. She wanted to go home and do her recovery in the comfort of her own home, where she wouldn't be a spectacle. And she set everything up to come home and to be taken care of at home. And she put that care in the hands of a nephew. And he did not do what he was supposed to do. And she got in distress. And nobody knew what was going on. Because although there were people there with her, they were not medical professionals. They were not qualified to take care of her. They didn't know the signs. They didn't know the symptoms. And she suffered fatally, almost purely based on her celebrity status, because she did not want to be in public. And I have noticed this over and over again with so many celebrities. Now, this woman is not even top celebrity status, but it is her job and who she is connected to that I feel cause her to, in her mind, we might be thinking, she's not a celebrity, but in her mind, the appearances that she feels that she needs to keep up, I believe strongly that these are the types of things that have locked her in. I'm not trying to let it break my spirit. That have locked her in so that she doesn't make her own calls. She doesn't check around. She doesn't call anybody. She doesn't ask anything. I don't think she's asking any type of friends what their opinions are. She is locked in. And all she does is listen to this man and what he says and wait on him, wait to hear from him to get the next move. Because if this had been me, I feel like Cat Williams. What did he say? This one right here? Right here? I can't think of what he said. But all we need to know is if this had been me, most of these phone calls would have never been made, because I would have known everything that was going on. I would have been calling down to that county, down to the courthouse every week or so. Every time he didn't get out on bond, I would have been calling down there. I would have been on the website. I would have been looking. I would have been finding out what the charges were. I would have been finding out. I would have been in contact with a lawyer myself, saying what is going on with these bonds. We need to get him out so he'll have some type of a fighting chance. Let's say I believed him. If I believed him and all these people were falsely accusing him of all this stuff, and I believe him. So, I believe he didn't do anything wrong. I believe people are just trying to, they're just mad at him, and they're just trying to, I don't know, maybe eventually get money out of him. We don't really know what form of manure this man has fed to this woman. We don't really know, because he doesn't give us an opportunity to know, because he's always telling her, shh, 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 shh. The phone. We can't talk on the phone. Shh, shh, shh. Don't say nothing. We can't really talk about anything on this phone. Okay, so we don't really know what he's told her, but we see from the level of compliance, and we see from the level of the ridiculousness what he's telling to her. I'm telling you, this is super crazy that she's not just grossly offended, because I am. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and listen to this. Okay.
Even though I took my car, I was just telling Debbie today, I said, sometimes I just like to put on beautiful clothes and get in my car and just drive,
Why is he laughing at her?
I do. Even if I don't have on beautiful clothes, but when I have on beautiful clothes.
And why doesn't he know this about his wife?
Great, But, we'll get that again. Like I said, maybe he took the G-Wagon because I'm going to get a Rolls or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, hey, everything I already been taken away from me, I got it back tenfold. So,
yeah.
Tenfold.
Exactly.
The tenfold.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, but I explained to him what's going on.
Got to give him a sentence and say, and tenfold on top of that.
Yeah.
I explained that to him. I explained that I have to move to Colorado or Ernest because I can't go back to Fulton, and I got a mom there.
He's mumbling through this county issue.
So he knows what's going on with that as well.
But I mean, that's so crazy to me. Fulton County, that is so big. That means we can't live in Alpharetta. You know, that's just.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, but why though? Why can't you live there? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's the county that I'm in. It's the county.
Yeah.
Everybody, take note. She finally fixed her mouth to try to get a real answer, to ask a real question and try to get a real answer out of this man. Now, you know, it's not gonna, I don't really know why she's asking him if she's not gonna listen and call BS when she hears the BS. I don't know what she asked for, but I do know that she mustered up enough unction to get this question out. So let's listen.
The crime is supposed to be committed in. Now, where I got arrested at, can't go back to Fulton County. That's just how it is. It ain't just me, it's everybody. Everybody.
This man said the crime's supposed to be, okay, hold on. Oh me, oh my, I can't hardly believe he's saying this. I can't go back to Fulton.
So I explained all that to him. So he knows what's going on with that as well.
But I mean, that's so crazy to me. Fulton County, that is so big. That means we can't live in Alpharetta. You know, that's just.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, but why though? Why can't you live there?
Okay, why though? Why can't you live there? Okay, here we go.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's the county that I'm in. It's the county.
Yeah.
It's the county that I'm in. It's the county, okay?
The county that the crime is supposed to be committed in.
The county that the crime's supposed to be committed in. Where I got arrested. And I can't go back to Fulton County, okay?
That's just how it is. It ain't.
That's just how it is. What in the world are you saying? So everybody that gets arrested for any crime, they can't go back to where most of the people are probably going to live in the county where they got arrested. So nobody can go back home if they get out on bond? Nobody, Ernest? My Lord and my God. Let's go. It's not just me, it's everybody.
Everybody who's locked up, you cannot go back to Fulton County.
Everybody who's locked up, he mumbled, and then he said, cannot go back to Fulton County. Okay? He was very nondescript in the middle of that, and then can't go back to Fulton County. All right?
Wow.
I mean, they were telling me that. They were telling me, the other men were telling me that when they was going to court anyway. I was just hoping.
But you mean ever? You can't ever go back there?
No, it's one I'm done with this case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything what I got going on has got something to do with this case. It's not my life. That's not
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's not it. It's just because I'm bonding out and they don't want me to come back and try to commit any other crime or whatever they think I'm supposed to do.
So it's just because I'm bonding out and they don't want me to come back and commit any other crime or whatever they think I'm supposed to do. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Whatever. That's all it is.
Yeah, it just really hurt my feelings, Chris, that everybody's afraid of you. It's like,
Okay, now she's letting him off the hook with that. She didn't drill down or anything. She didn't say, I'm going to talk to the lawyer about this. She didn't say, I'm going to call down there. She didn't say, I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to get online and see what this is all about. Because this just makes no sense. She let it go, and then she went on to another topic that it's just so crazy that everybody acts like they're scared of you. It would be so good if she already knew what was going on and she was trying to like help to get a conviction on him, like maybe hoping that if she kind of throws things out there, he will actually say something that could, help catch him. But unfortunately, I just don't think that's what she's doing. I just think every time he tells her something, if he gives her any type of an excuse that seems like he's putting forth some type of effort into telling her something, then she just says, okay, kind of like a stamp of approval, like, okay, approved. He did make effort to tell me something, and that's good enough for me. And she just goes on. All right. So now she's saying, I just don't like that everybody's scared of you.
that's what, Debbie and I were talking about that, saying everybody loves him. All the neighbors.
All the neighbors love him.
On the board. Everybody comes to our house, talk to us. You speak to everybody. I'm the one, that's standoffish, kind of. Not standoffish, but, I don't do all of that. You're the one that does. I'm like, why are you speaking to those two?
Okay, all the neighbors, they want him to be like on the homeowners association board. Now, this is what is very, very, very interesting to me. So if they have a place where they live, they have a place where he's speaking to neighbors and stuff. And the neighbors, he's so friendly to them. They're so friendly to him. And they even want him to, they're telling him, you should join the board. Get on the board. Okay. So this has to be like some sort of condominium community or some sort of subdivision that they live in. Now, what was described where they were, where she was evicted from, what was described was a place where she was only on the lease, and these many cars and things were outside. But the landlord said it did not appear that anyone lived in the house. It did not appear that anyone lived in the house. So this is a leap right here, which makes me believe that their true residence, where this woman actually lived and had her clothing and shoes and hair products and curling irons and her healthy food that she likes to make sure that she has in the refrigerator, and where she can prepare her own meals and fix her own smoothies and juice her own juices or whatever it is that she does all the time, day in and day out, get in and out of her car that she drives, right? The one that she actually was using to get herself to work and to put on her beautiful clothes and go for her rides wherever she wanted to just drive around and ride, right? Where is that? Where is that residence? Because that place where she would have to have, this woman would have to have a place where it looked like she lived, because she has to go to work every day. She has to have some type of wardrobe and, things for her self-care. Where is that house? Because the house that they supposedly were evicted from didn't have anything. The landlord said there were all these expensive cars outside, but he walked the property on the indoors and it did not appear that anyone was living there. That means for this one woman to have rented this property, he went in and he did not see contents for one woman that's supposed to have been living there, and, furnishings and, things that she would have been using and stuff like that, a bed that she would have been getting out of and, sleeping in and waking up and going to work from. He didn't see any of that. That was part of the reason why he called the police. So this just kind of brings me back to what my theory is, which is that this man, Ernest Williams, was using Shirley Strawberry's name and identity and credit. And this is all my theory. This is my opinion from everything that I've been hearing. So this is my allegedly. But it's just my theory that they had a real place to live. And that in the other places, the place where they were evicted from, and perhaps even some of the other places that they have evictions for, were never anywhere that Shirley was actually living. I believe Ernest took her identity and used it with the help of his co-defendant, that other woman, Erica. I believe that they used her name, identity. I'm seeing that she has a bankruptcy. I think they could have even done a bunch of stuff in her name and filed for a bankruptcy, because we're listening to a woman that is totally uninvolved. She's totally removed from things that, could be going on. And all he'd have to do is be over in his offices or, wherever his business, wherever she thinks that is, and over there, and quite possibly his business is just getting stuff based upon her name and her celebrity, and allowing Erica to utilize the name, utilize the social, utilize the credit, both of them utilizing their manipulation tactics on people to get things, and of course never pay for them. To just acquire stuff, never pay for it, have to do a bankruptcy, whatever they need to do, just to kind of make sure that it stays covered up. And I think he thought, and quite possibly this Erica King woman thought, that they were sort of invincible with it. And I think that would give you the boldness to think, well, we've done all this other stuff. Let me just, let's just keep it going. Let's go to court and try to see if we can stave off this eviction. And I'll just pretend like, they don't know. They don't, how many lawyers is it? They don't know who I am. They never ask anybody for their credentials. I'll just go in there and pretend like a lawyer, get on the Zoom call or whatever it was. And, because normally you don't get that type of boldness. Just one day you just jump up and say, oh yeah, I'm fixing to just do this. No, you've worked it up. You've done a lot of things over a long period of time that have pretty well worked. And so when you do, the next thing, any time you do something, it could not work. But when you've done so many things that have worked, it tends to give you a level of boldness. So anyway, this is getting so long, but let's go ahead.
Because they're our neighbors or whatever. You're the one that everybody comes to and, following you around and want to be around you. And that's just so crazy.
She told him, you're the one that everybody comes to. Everybody wants to follow you around. Everybody wants to be around you. Essentially, everybody likes you. So why are these police officers treating you like some monster, Ernesto? Well, let's see what he says about that.
To me, but it's like, who do they think you are?
I chose Wix.
Look, you see the way she said that? Who do they think you are? It really makes me feel like she doesn't get it. It really, really makes me feel like she doesn't get it. And I know she doesn't want to talk to the police. She doesn't want to listen to them. And I feel like they know that she is kind of, under a certain level of brainwashing, kind of like lock, stock, and barrel. And they don't have to put a lot of effort into trying to convince her of anything because they got their man. So they don't have to convince her of anything. They can just let her stay in the clouds until she starts to see it all. And, that's probably not part of their job description. And so, as long as they have figured out she doesn't have anything to do with it, because if she did, she'd be arrested. They'll just wait on her to see it in time. That's not part of their job. All right, here we go.
For my business because of its massive scope for functionality.
Got an ad
and
right here.
Freedom of creation.
Well, all I'm going to say is I can't discuss it on the phone. That means that...
All he's going to say is, I can't discuss it on the phone. I'm not going to tell you one thing. I'm not going to give you one level iota of comfort here. I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit, pressed right here. So I'm going to revert to my pleading the fifth, based upon this call is being recorded. I can't really tell, he's just going to go back into his same old, we can't talk about it. We can't talk about it. So, you can't buy a house yet because we can't talk about it. You can't move yet because we can't talk about it. You can't get a car yet because we can't talk about it. You can't. And I wonder, this man knows that Uber and Lyft are up and running and Uber Eats and DoorDash is up and running. Why does this man not ever tell her to, get a Uber, sign up for Uber Black on your phone and start having them come pick you up and take you where you need to go. Put Uber Eats on your phone and go ahead and have them start bringing you some salads and smoothies and juices and stuff from wherever you want to order from. DoorDash and Uber Eats. What in the Sam Hill is going on here? What is going on here? This man has got her. I'm telling you. Shirley is locked in the prison of celebrity, and this man does all he can to make sure she stays there. He does all he can to make sure that she doesn't even think of independent ways of doing things.
I can't allow myself to get into my feelings right now. And everybody they want you to get emotional. And then you get emotional.
Everybody wants you to get emotional. My Lord and my God. What are you talking about? I need some answers, sir. I need some answers. I really don't care about your emotions right now. This is about my emotions. What are you talking about? Give me some sort of freaking answer. sir. But instead of him giving her any type of anything, he won't help her out at all. Instead of him giving her any type of anything, he starts talking about, oh, I can't tell you they're listening on the phone. I can't really talk about it because if I get into my feelings, it's just going to mess me up. That's just where they want you to be. They who? It's me. I need you to tell me something. I need some sort of relief here. Who is they and them and all? I don't care about those people right now. Tell me something because I'm the only one that don't know nothing. So tell me something. Oh, but this is me and that's her. All right, let's go. I wouldn't be waiting on him to tell me nothing, though. I'd be all off in the records, everything that I could get from anybody. I would be getting it. She could lie and say her name is something else. She could just get online and find out whatever it is she could find out from online. And I'm not fully sure of why she doesn't. But I feel like because she's isolated, this really does go to show how little relationship she has with her daughter. Her daughter is at a age and the stage that she's in. She could really help her mother with, getting information, looking online, calling people, just really getting in there and finding out. She could really help her mother, but she's isolated away from her daughter. So she's not, it's like she doesn't have access to anybody that could help her, and potentially her friends and things that could help her, she probably is not telling them anything. And so therefore they're not communicating with her on that type of a level. That's all I can think of.
Emotional. That's when you get all crazy, and I'm not gonna get emotional because I know who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing it.
And she gives a flip about his emotions.
My husband makes me mad. It's like, who do you, what is going on? Who do you think this man is? You don't even know him. You don't even have a clue,
No, I did get upset when I first got locked up, and I was talking to Dion, telling her, I say, they don't talk about all the good stuff. They don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about your past. They don't care about it.
No, because you're under arrest for crimes.
Yeah.
There you go. They don't care about none of that. They don't care about who you associate yourself with. They don't care about none of that. I got to be doing something wrong to get it or receive it. That's all in their mind.
But it's okay. It's all right because we know God and we are children of the Most High God.
Right.
Period. That's it. But yeah, okay. I'm going to get myself together. I'm strong.
See, she's fixing it. Fixing it for him.
It's just
fixing it for herself.
Away. It's like they did that on purpose. They did that. They really did that on purpose.
Well,
then once they took my truck, I couldn't go back in to get my stuff. They had to go in and do it.
What?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me get. They had to get all my stuff out of the console. I don't keep a dirty car or anything.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
I'm sorry it happened to you. I do apologize.
It's okay. It's all right. It's not your, it's not your doing. It's just based on something they think that you've done.
Well, that's fine. I just gotta just stay pushing right now. I gotta stay positive. That stuff will.
Yeah, you do.
He's got to stay positive. Please get off of all this negativity about me being in jail.
No, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not gonna do that.
No, you're not. Just keep your mind strong like it always is.
Yeah.
Good thinker.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So, just,
Yeah.
but anyway, so next thing is, if you talk to him, just send him a text and let him know you'd like to see him. And, so y'all can, because I'm trying to figure out if you're gonna, what your move gonna be, so I know what I need to instruct, what I need to tell you.
I know. Well, I just need, mainly I just need a car, and so, I'll get a car, and then I'll decide, where I'm gonna go.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just for a minute. I'm not gonna go anywhere permanently, or I might not go anywhere,
Okay, well, just once you figure it out, then I'll know which way I need to go. Hopefully, I know I ain't coming home for Thanksgiving. That's what it looks like. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm coming. I ain't gonna tell you that because I don't know myself right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll just but this lawyer, I need him to step up.
Now she wants to go in on the lawyer.
Yeah.
And say he's not really doing anything.
You showed him what the deal is, so I mean it's simple. We just can't talk on the phone because he had two.
Right.
But we certainly can't talk on the phone about it.
Your folks talking about you on the phone. No, I don't want to do none of that. I want that discourage information to discourage anybody.
Yeah.
So
right.
I don't want to do that either.
Okay. Well, we'll just keep it positive.
So every time she tries to get any type of information that, is worth having, and of course, he's hiding a lot of things from her. But, we can just take notice of what he does. He starts linking it to, him not wanting to basically have some sort of a nervous breakdown, nervous, emotional, spiritual, and physical breakdown. So, we can't talk about that. The phone. Remember, they're listening on the phone. Oh, remember, I'm fragile. Like I can't take too much. So, let's just, remember the phone again. I don't want anybody coming back talking about what's being talked about. This doesn't even make what he's saying right now. I don't know who he's talking about. I don't know who he's trying to make her think he's talking about. But is he saying that the people that listen to the calls are going to come back and tell him what is being talked about on the phone? I don't know what he's talking about, but she's going with it. So let's just keep going.
I'm glad to hear your voice. I'm just glad to hear your voice. That's all.
See, she's just glad to hear his voice. The lies.
It's a terrible ordeal, but, we'll get through it. We'll just get through it,
When I was accepted to SGU, that was one of the
She's just glad.
It's comforting to know that people care enough
to hear his voice. How sad.
Help you begin your journey.
Well, thank you. I'm glad he came. I'm glad he responded back. I just told you he needed something to ride in. You know what I'm saying?
Because I really do want to know, what is she glad to hear? Like, okay, I hear your voice. I know that you're still in the land of the living. But what are you saying? He hasn't said anything. All he's done is deter her. All he's done is put her off and deter her from knowing anything worth knowing. And so I don't really know why she's happy to hear his voice. All right.
And I told you that it's too big for you to be riding around here, but you got to do what you got to do. And whatever decision you make, and I let you know that our marriage is strong, and we're not worrying about what nobody thinks. They talk about it. he totally agreed.
I guess this is what she's feeding off of when he makes these declarations. Our marriage is strong. We're going to be all right. It's me and you against the world. Just don't worry about anything. Don't think about anything. Everything is going to be, everything is going to be all right. And it's just like, sir. So I guess that's what she's in it for. And I guess that's enough for her, because it looks like in, so much time elapsed, and she did not even realize all the things that he was being charged for, and what this Fulton County thing has to do with, when I'm sure she could have just gone into the county website and looked to see all the charges, everything that he's been charged with. And, then maybe she could have made a more informed decision as to if she wanted to keep on hanging on in there and letting him not give her any type of answers whatsoever. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here for today. These reactions tend to get pretty lengthy with with the commentary, and this already being a long video, a long call. This was actually 2 phone calls, and so we didn't quite make it to the end of the first phone call, and of course we didn't make it to the second call. So there is still a lot to be analyzed here, and lots more commentary to be delivered. So we'll just see. I'll go back in and listen to the end and see if I want to go back in. But basically, I think at least for this call, is just kind of a lot more of the same, a lot more of Ernest not giving her anything that she can work with. He's gonna, go in and give some sort of, I don't know. Like I said, he's really not giving her anything. Everything is just a deterrent. Everything is just encouraging her to just not think about what is actually happening. Just go ahead, Shirley, and think about the end. Everything is going to come back to you. Everything is going to be fine. If we lose anything, we're going to get it back tenfold. And, and certainly don't look into any sort of real claims that anyone has against me. Like that's not ever being talked about. Everything is just, for some strange reason, these people want to do this to me. Just let them do it. And we're going to come out shining on the end. And that's the narrative that he's rolling with. And she believes him. She wants to believe him. We don't really know what's going on in her mind, but we do know that she seems to be just going along with the way that he wants to do it, going along with just everything that he's saying, not really wanting to get involved in finding out anything for herself. And that's, that's how she's rolling. Like Sierra and Chris Brown's song, that's just how we roll. And that's how she's rolling with this. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and end this one right here for today. And I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting, sharing, liking the video. I really, really, really appreciate you. Really, really appreciate your support. That's it for now. I will see you later. Bye.